Well, I just made an important discovery on the little RF meters. Originally, on this little resistor here, we had a 2.4K resistor. That worked pretty darn good on the Cobra 148s and Uniden Grants. Unfortunately, when I tried to install this in a Galaxy chassis, the EPT 3614 chassis, it couldn't get the signal meter to come up high enough. I found that I wound up having to change this resistor to a 10K resistor, and then I was able to get it within range. You can see a little control right there, and you can see we can adjust it up, but that's all the way up. So I'm thinking maybe a 15K resistor might be a little bit better. And the transmit meter, this one over here is a transmit meter, and we adjusted that to about a 9-pound signal there also.
Hello, audio test 1 2, test 1 2. Hey. But as you can hear, our modulation, transmit modulation is perfectly clean coming through a monitoring radio.
And not getting any noise whatsoever, any digital noise or anything like that. Now, I guess we could do it one more. Just unplug the power. Question is where did I tap the power on this radio? We're going to disconnect that, because the tap point is basically important. These are digital power wires. You do not want to mix them up with the digital ground. This is a digital ground right here. You don't want to mix that up with an audio ground with the controls on the front of the radio. And this is where I tap the power wires for the RF meter, the LED RF meter. Okay, we went ahead and made another change. I upped the loading resistor up to a 15K, and this is a receive meter right here. That's all the way up, which is acceptable adjustment, and we can turn it down so we can definitely hit the 9-pound signal. Oh, somebody's going to complain about that. Okay, I went ahead and changed the loading resistor from a 10K up to a 15K, and we're going to hit the receive adjustment level. And as you can see, it's up there about plus 10 right there. You can turn it down, and that looks pretty darn good. We can hit the 9-pound or 9S unit signal. Hit that, get rid of the screensaver. Now the catch is that 15K might be a little bit too high, because here's all the way down on the transmit meter, and as again, that's about 6, and I mean it's acceptable, but maybe something between, and there's all the way up, something between 10 and 15K may be the sweet spot. I'll take that, adjust that again. That's really not that bad. We can adjust it up and down where needed with a 15K. Okay, we switched from a 15K back to a 13K resistor for the loading. And let's see if we can't touch that. That's all the way up. It's still around about a plus 10 on the scale. We're going to turn it back. That's right around a 9S unit scale. That's got some decent adjustment range where it's at right there. Now, we're still experiencing the same detail on the transmit meter adjustment. And that's all the way down. Still about 6. And that's about what we got the radio set up at, is a 6-watt dead key. But again, we got this control all the way. Well, I guess I'm wrong. It'll go down a little bit farther. Let's try this again. Yeah, still about 6. If we take this up halfway, this is already 100K control back there for the transmit meter. And it just about pegs out the scale. So, you could well, 100K, you could change it to a 200K control for this one back here and get it in range. And another thing that you could possibly do is take the third leg, which is that leg right there. It's just left free floating with the design from the factory. You could actually attach that to ground, and that'll give you a full scale range. This is the transmit power control right here for this transmit meter, and as you can see, this one's free floating right here. It's not attached to ground, so we're going to go ahead and solder that to ground. And there we've got a little ground wire attached. Okay, we're ready to do another test. Key up the radio. And as you can see, we've got a little bit higher than 6 watts. We can take it all the way down and all the way up. So we can adjust that right therein.